Right then, beans. First of all, we're going to chop the straw, so put the chopper in gear. Yeah, chopper's in gear. Start her up. Right, I was on spring barley yesterday, so get it up to revs, and then we are going to change to bean setting. This is a nightmare, I've got to admit. I've just rung Richard up because the beans are hitting the knife and they're pinging off all over the spot. Bit of a disaster really. Well, it's going to be a disaster, isn't it? Look at time of year, but no rain since March. Bloody things have burnt off to hell. I'm doing 10k, trying to get them sort of sucked in. I've had my bloody derailleur header stuck right out, that's no good. I've had it sucked right in, that's no good. I've had my reel up, I've had my reel down. I think I've got it an happy medium at the minute. But yeah, this isn't what you call a profitable field. Unless they're £1,000 a tonne, which I don't think they are. Richard's just been for a ride and he's happy with it. I mean, there's nothing we can do about it. It is what it is, isn't it? We maybe could wait till it rains so pod seal back up, but I don't know. Is it going to rain? we'll just do them, I think. That's it, spring beans finished. Bit disappointing really, but yeah, it's one of them years, isn't it? They haven't had no rain since they were drilled end of March, mid-March, whatever it was. I reckon they've only had an inch of rain since then. Yeah, not good. But anyway, they're done. I think that's it for me now. Sunday afternoon, 2:20, home time. We're down to the last two fields of spring oats tomorrow, and Richard reckons we aren't going to get the rain till tomorrow night, so we're calling it a day. Draining to this real low hole here, which it hasn't flooded in the last year or two, but it can in a wet time, and oh hell, you've got all smeary. Yeah, that better. Yeah, so we've got the plans out, and we reckon these four main drains go through this willow wall, so we just have to find one of them. So we're aiming for one of them two really, which I think's about 10 yard in a line here. So we're just going to dig a narrow trench with this bucket, see if we can see any discolorization in the soil, and dig the drain out and put one of them tyre drains in. And then, because we used to take surface water by that little dike what used to come in into that main dike down that fence line side, and it's a ball ache going around with sprayers. So how successful them other little tyre drains have been, we're going to put another one in middle of here, because yeah, the shocked us how successful they were like. So right, we'll dig a little trench. Put you there. It's a bit drippy in the old camp. Would you believe it? There's a drain there, look. Whether it's any good, I don't know. Well, I would have thought that will be damaged. Oh. See, there's an old pot drain there. So we'll just see, we'll dig it out and see what we've got. If it's full of soil, it's full of soil. We'll have to go a bit further because my dad says there is some new ones in, so try and find a new one. Yeah, we found this drain. We found this drain what we were looking for, and it's as clean as a whistle. Damaged it like, but what we'll do, we'll dig round so we can get the tyre in. Sit the tyre nicely flat over it, and then backfill it with all chalks. If you've watched some of the videos before, I've done this a few times now. This is fourth one I've done, and yeah, procedure is we found this drain, and it's nice and clean, so it's definitely running in winter. And then we put this pipe over here like this with a hole in it. Then we'll put our tyre on top, and then build it up from there. And there we go, one tyre drain before we backfill it all with chalk, and then top it off with some real quite decorative, well, not decorative, it don't mean, but some pea gravel. Top it off with pea gravel, and what happens in winter when we get a deluge of water, which we will, is this low hole here, it can stand 4 acres of water in a seriously wet time, and we have to dig a trench to the dike. And what we've done, we've dug a trench with a digger, so it's not as far to dig. So what the idea is now, this is the lowest part of the field. Luckily we found the drain, which is in bottom of there, so water will obviously run downhill into our drain. And when I've backfilled this with chalk, and that'll be porous, so the surface water will come down the chalk through these gullies here into this drain. And it's with the ones I've done have worked perfect. It's poor man's drain. I can hear you saying, well, why don't you just go get a vessel from your local stockholder? But I don't think it'd work as well, because you need them porous holes to get it in. So I don't know, try one. He's in his air-conditioned heaven. I'm bloody 32 degrees and muggy as hell. We got a thunderstorm yesterday, but it really materialised to nothing. So right about with me drain in middle of the field, 60 fingers is working field up, trying to chase me out of the field. We just lowered legs. We just touched the points on the solo. You can't hold your a job like, but there's not a lot of moisture. That's making a better job. You just had points there, you just had times a little bit shallow. I mean, it's a sand land, this, so. I found sexy fingers in sausage roll. Not happy. Yeah, now I've levelled this dike out because there was a dike what went into that low hole what took all the surface water, so that's all levelled out now, and well, hopefully our new tyre drain will take all that surface water from that low hole, so that's the idea. And there was a low hole over there we filled with soil what we dug out from the sheds, and hopefully we won't have much standing water in this field this year if it ever rains. Morning, it's we've had a nice drop of rain in night. Yeah, we've got puddles. There's been about 8 mil of rain in night, so it'll just soften top a little bit for working a bit of ground. I'm off soil testing, so I've got my soil testing kit. I just have to go get, I've got 3 sites to get some a sample and take it to a local lab to get tested for P&K and all sorts of stuff, to be fair, the test for. It only cost 12 quid, or it was 12 quid last year anyway, but no doubt that'll have gone up as well. And yeah, so just sort of to keep an eye on indexes and one thing or another, how fertile your soil is. And yeah, I've done a big zigzag across the field and took about a dozen. Just grab a little bit like that, not too much soil in it, and bung it in bucket, and then give it a good shake up, mix it up, put it in a little bag, and off to the lab it goes. But just while I'm here, I'm just having a look at some grass. We've taken off a neighbour of ours because he's got plenty, and he says you could have second cut. Christ almighty, there isn't much. In fact, there's nought at all. And this is fairly bodied land, so any grass on light land, it must be scorched off to buggery. There must be nought like. I honestly think Haley silage and hay is going to be really sought after this back end, because I hear tell someone had told Phil that they're cutting maize down south because they've run out of fodder for their cows. You know, that's like unheard of, isn't it? Cutting maize in August. So right, I'll go to another spot, get another test. Sexy fingers are struck again with Max spreader. It's a spreader we hire off a mate of ours, and she's going a bit tender where these tabs go into these bars. Anyways, one's let go and we've wrapped it all up. Luckily it's only damaged 3 bars and the guard in front, so we haven't done that much damage. But I don't know, every time we have it we bust it. Everybody else seems to do alright, as though we're rough twats what bust it all the time. So anyway, sorry Mark. Right, get me soil sample out of this field.